Every time I see a boxing movie, I just want to start a career in boxing. Creed stars Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Johnson, the son of famed boxer Apollo Creed. When he moves to Philadelphia to start his own legacy in boxing, he seeks out the help of Rocky Balboa, who is famous for fighting Apollo Creed many times. Together they form this relationship and train for an upcoming fight while Rocky is finding something of his own. I would like to start off by saying that this is a great idea for a movie. I like that they didn't continue the series of Rocky because that wouldn't have been a great idea. Instead, they decided to go to a different route and continue the story of Apollo Creed, who wasn't the main character in the Rocky series, but definitely played an important role in that series. So it's a spin-off to the Rocky series, talking a lot about Apollo Creed, who was a great friend to Rocky, and I think it was a great story to tell. As someone who loves boxing movies and Rocky, I could not wait for this film. And this is a great movie and a great continuation of the Rocky series and the Apollo Creed story. The one thing that made this film work is the relationship between Adonis Creed and Rocky Balboa. At one point in the film, Adonis Creed refers to Rocky as uncle, and I can completely see that. Adonis Creed is someone who doesn't really have a father figure. Rocky Balboa is someone who's lost his wife and his close friends, so they kind of need each other. They're there for each other throughout, and they balance each other out. They're there for each other when times get rough. Surprisingly, they just work really well together, and they're such likable characters and relatable characters. I think that's one thing that really worked with the character Rocky Balboa, is that he was so likable, and same with Michael B. Jordan, who plays Adonis Creed. It's such a likable, relatable character. He's not sure if this is the right thing for him to do. He doesn't want to follow in his own father's footsteps. He doesn't really even know his father. And that's such a likable character and a relatable character to a lot of people. Just like Rocky, this isn't a straight boxing film. There's a lot of dramatic moments to the characters. It's a great story to tell, filled with boxing scenes. The boxing scenes, which were amazing. Ryan Coogler, who also directed Fruitvale Station, which starred Michael B. Jordan, directs this movie once again and captured the boxing scenes amazingly. You had a lot of different angles in here, long takes for boxing scenes. It made you feel like you were at the side of the ring actually watching this boxing match. It was very intense, it was gritty, it didn't hold back from anything. And sometimes boxing movies can seem a little fake with a lot of cuts. There was like no cuts during these boxing matches, and it allowed for that intense, gritty moments, accompanied by an amazing, terrific, wonderful, beautiful score. Rocky has probably one of the most iconic scores in movie history. There's no doubt about it that Rocky has one of the best scores. And to have a movie like Creed continuing that story, you gotta up it a little. Yes, it's probably not gonna be as amazing as Rocky, but you have to do something. You gotta bring something to the table. And the composer for Creed did just that. It got you in the moment, it hyped up the boxing scenes. It was amazing during the training scenes. Every scene that was important in here, it was accompanied by a great piece. I cannot wait to listen to this soundtrack again because it got me so into the moment of this film. Yes, this movie has its cliches, it has its boxing montages, it has its slow-mo fighting sequences, it has its underdog. But to love a boxing movie like this, you have to embrace those cliches, and you have to have something more on the table than just those cliches. You have to have likable characters that you want to actually go back and rewatch just for the characters. I go back and watch Rocky Balboa because I love the character Rocky. He's such a likable character that just did a lot of great things in that movie, and when I want to go back and watch Creed, knowing that I will get to watch an amazing character. As you can see in the trailer, there was a lot of things surrounding Rocky Balboa and his health, and it was quite a bit emotional to see one of the most iconic characters be breaking down and, you know, kind of sick at times, and Sylvester Stallone did an amazing job. I think this is one of his best works in years. I think Rocky is his best work ever, but Creed, I think it's like supporting character worthy because he had a lot of emotion, and I think since he's played this character for years, it was emotional for him to see the character written out like this. If I had to nitpick this film a little, it would be that in the beginning of the film, I didn't really feel this motivation for Adonis Creed onto why he's actually fighting. Boxers have this motivation as to why they want to fight, but I just didn't really feel this motivation or this connection to Adonis Creed onto why he wanted to fight and moved to Philadelphia to build his own legacy. I just didn't see what was the point of it. At a certain point in the film, things came to light and I started to see and feel connected to the character and why he wanted to box. I was rooting for him and I loved the character. So in the end, I really did love the character of Adonis Creed, but in the beginning I just didn't see what was the point of him starting his boxing career. But I ended up loving Creed and the character. So Creed, directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone, is a great team, a great story to tell, a continuation that's not the continuation of the Rocky series. Had a great score, great boxing moments, great characters. Overall, it was a very pleasing boxing film. So I'm going to go ahead and give Creed an A-. This is Just Watch Movies on his review of Creed, which is directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone as the team of Creed and Balboa once again. This is Just Watch Movies, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.